Good behavior and obedience should be developed from an early age. Puppy training should start as early as possible, because at an early age dogs have the best learning ability. Your puppy should learn the basic rules of behavior at home and outdoors from an early age. Along with training, it's important to ensure proper socialization and adjustment. This will all help your puppy become a confident and balanced adult dog and avoid the nervousness that can lead to destructive behavior. First steps: a 2 to 3 month old pet is quite ready to absorb information at the level of a 4 to 5 year old child. Puppy training is a necessary process from his first days at home. Let it be the simplest commands, for example, place, lie down, no, ew, come here. By 6 months your dog will have mastered them, and all you need to do is to walk and build on what you've gained. A 6-month-old puppy is about the same age as a 10-year-old child. He's still exploring his surroundings. He's more confident and capable of doing more advanced tasks like standing or waiting. It's difficult for your puppy to remain still for long periods of time, so make the tasks more difficult by gradually starting with a short rest stop. Gradually teach your puppy how to apparate. And of course, all lessons must be in the form of play, making sure to take breaks and not overwork your puppy. After all, at such a young age, his nervous system is extremely sensitive. Classes should be alternated with play with other dogs, communication with people, and walks in different unfamiliar places. This helps to socialize him and teaches him obedience in different environments and unfamiliar places. From 6 to 10 months of age, the puppy develops into a young dog. His teeth have already changed. He's physically matured and maturing into puberty and will need to establish his status with your family. This is where the knowledge you've painstakingly planted into his head from his first days in your home comes in handy. The main task is to explain to the young dog what you want him to do, what kind of behavior is acceptable under certain conditions, what kind of behavior is not acceptable under any circumstances. All family members, including the youngest and oldest, should adhere to the same established rules. If the owner manages to prioritize correctly, will be consistent in their demands, not humiliating the dog, not treating him harshly, the dog will grow obedient, even if he has not had special training courses. It's important to remember that the dog is conservative, he likes predictability, it's easier for him to live with established and unbreakable rules. Toilet training your puppy: he probably won't be toilet trained yet when you bring him home, so you'll probably have a few embarrassing moments in his first weeks. Well-bred puppies understand their boundaries and quickly find a place to put their needs, usually away from their sleeping area, until they're fully toilet trained. Check with the breeder to see if the puppy has been diapered. If so, choose a secluded place where the puppy will not be disturbed and place a diaper of the appropriate size based on the size of the puppy. If the puppy has not been used to the diaper, make a note of the places where the puppy has sat down and spread them out there. Praise him if he goes to the diaper. Gradually move it to a place that is comfortable for you. You can put your puppy in a playpen or cage for a short period of time when you can't supervise him. Dogs rarely go to the bathroom where they sleep, as they consider these places to be safe spaces and tend to keep them clean. Establish a regular feeding schedule. This will make it easier for you to care for your puppy, as he will most likely need to be taken to the toilet after feeding. It's important to reward your puppy for good behavior, so praise him when he does his thing outside. If you live in a private home, go outside with your puppy so you can praise him in time. Never punish or scold a puppy who has had an embarrassment. Instead, try to prevent such occurrences so that he has the opportunity to do so when he needs to. Don't expect your puppy to signal that he needs to go to the bathroom. Most dogs won't learn to communicate their needs until they can contain their urges in the house. Walk your pet regularly. Take your puppy out often, after each feeding and after bedtime, as well as before bedtime and in the morning when you get up yourself, so he gets used to this schedule. At first, take him out to the same place each time so he recognizes his scent. If you notice him spinning around or sniffing the floor of the room, that's a clear sign that he needs to go to the bathroom. In the event of an embarrassment, don't scold your pup, but disinfect the area to remove the smell. But don't clean while he's in the room to avoid piquing his interest, and don't use chlorine-based cleaners. White fluffy puppy sits on the grass and gives his owner a paw. Puppy obedience training: dogs are social animals that need to communicate not only with their tribesmen, but also with people. The owner plays an important role in puppy training and socialization. Don't shout when calling, as he's sensitive to variations in your voice and understands the different tones, short and sharp for commands, happy for praise and harsh for reprimands. Try to always use the same words for the same commands. Teaching your puppy to sit: use a treat as a reward. Bring a piece to puppy's nose, slowly raise your hand with the treat above your puppy's head, gradually pulling it back. The dog will reach for the treat and sit down. When your pet learns to do this, say the command, sit, at the same time as your puppy's action. Once your pet sits, praise him and give him a reward. It will take many repetitions for him to understand the connection between receiving a reward and doing the sit command. Start teaching this command with 3 short training sessions a day of about 5 minutes. As your puppy grows, gradually increase the length of the sessions. Teaching puppy to lie down. The next command to master is the lie down command. Dip a treat in your hand between your dog's paws as he tries to grab it, looking for alternatives, and at some point he'll lie down. Unclasp the hand with the treat and reward the dog. It's important to keep protective gear in mind. It's best to work with protective gloves, as the pet can scratch his hands trying to dig up the treat. Another method is to place your dog on an elevated position, a ladder, chair, or bed, and lower the treat below his level. In order to reach it, he'll have to lower not only his head, but his whole body. Choosing a treat to reward puppy during training. Choose a small, low-calorie treat that your puppy likes. You can get dry food croquettes from your pet's daily diet, or you can get a special treat designed for use during training. Make sure you take those extra calories into account when you calculate your dog's daily diet. If you want to properly train your puppy on a more serious level, you can go to puppy training clubs where they train them with their owners. Since obedience is the foundation of interaction with your pet, going to a club will solidify your self-training.